Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111. Millions are hidden in these old Jefferson nickels 5 cents. Don't let someone else cash in on your fortune. Please watch this video completely, thanks. Top 1. If you've ever thought those small, forgotten coins in your drawer weren't worth anything, think again. Because in this video, we're diving into one of the most shockingly valuable coins in American history. A Jefferson nickel, yes, just 5 cents, that could be worth more than your car, maybe even more than your house. Right now in the United States coin market, collectors are losing their minds over a specific version of the 1939 Jefferson nickel. And no, this isn't your everyday pocket change. This is the actual coin struck as part of a proof set, a mirror-like beauty minted with extreme care, precision, and rarity. And folks, this nickel isn't just old, it's a gold mine hiding in plain sight. This 1939 Jefferson nickel was not meant for circulation. It was carefully struck at the Philadelphia Mint as a proof coin, designed for collectors, not cash registers. Back then, only a very limited number were made. We're talking just a few thousand pieces. Each one hand-polished, mirror-finished, and locked away in velvet-lined government packaging. And today, these nickels are breaking auction records across America. But here's the kicker, it's not just the fact that it's from 1939. It's about condition, rarity, and grading. If you come across a 1939 Jefferson nickel from a proof set in perfect condition, say a proof 68 or higher, graded by PCGS or NGC, you are holding something far beyond pocket change. You are holding a collector's dream. And before you brush this off as coin nerd stuff, let me give you the truth. Serious collectors and investors in the US are hunting for these coins with deep wallets and sharp eyes. Some are even paying crazy amounts just to add the best quality proof versions to their collection. In fact, this coin has sold at auction for jaw-dropping amounts. And we're not talking hundreds, we're talking tens of thousands. Now, imagine this. A 5-cent coin, just one nickel, could be worth $35,000. And yes, in pristine proof condition, it has fetched up to $66,000 at top US coin auctions. That's right, $66,000 for a single nickel. Just think about that the next time you're dumping your change into a jar. Collectors all over the US are searching for 1939 Jefferson nickels with sharp steps, flawless fields, and that deep mirror-like shine only seen on original proof coins. These are the coins that can turn a weekend hobby into a six-figure payday. So if you ever come across a 1939 nickel that looks a little too perfect, a little too shiny, don't spend it. Hold it. Protect it. And get it graded immediately. So what should you look for? You want the 1939 proof Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. That means it was struck in Philadelphia. Check for full steps on Monticello on the reverse, sharp edges, and that signature glossy finish only found on proof coins. If you think you've found one, don't clean it, don't touch it more than you have to, and get it in front of a professional grader fast. Because if it's real, you could be sitting on something worth more than $66,000. It's the kind of coin that changes your life. The kind of discovery that makes national headlines. And it all starts with knowing what to look for, and taking a second look at that old change. Whether you're a hardcore collector or just getting into the wild world of rare US coins, the 1939 Jefferson nickel from a proof set is one of the most searched, most wanted, and most valuable nickels in American numismatic history. And who knows, maybe your fortune is already in your collection, or buried in your grandfather's old cigar box. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more crazy valuable coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to turn small change into big money. Because in the world of coin collecting, even a nickel can be worth $66,000. Top 2. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked closely at your nickels? Not just glanced, but really looked. Because what if I told you that one tiny 5-cent coin, dated 1949, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars? That's right, a small, shiny Jefferson nickel from a U.S. mint-proof set could secretly be a hidden jackpot, just sitting in someone's collection or tucked away in an old coin folder. This isn't a story about ordinary change. We're talking about one of the most desirable and rare-proof coins in American numismatic history, the 1949 Jefferson nickel, struck with mirror-like precision at the Philadelphia Mint. And this particular proof version has collectors scrambling, auction houses buzzing, and investors dropping serious cash. Now let's get real for a second. Most nickels? They're pocket fillers. Parking meter food. Nothing special. But this 1949 proof Jefferson nickel is not like the others. It's not a circulation coin. It was created in extremely limited numbers, part of a proof set released by the U.S. Mint that year, a special edition made specifically for collectors. These coins were struck with specially polished dies on specially prepared planchets, producing an eye-popping finish that literally reflects light like a mirror. Only a few thousand proof nickels were produced in 1949. That's it. Compare that to the millions of regular nickels minted for everyday use. These proof coins were never meant to be spent. They were never supposed to touch a cash register or a vending machine. But the truth is, some still slip through the cracks, and that's where the treasure hunt begins. Coin collectors across the United States are constantly on the lookout for one of these rare 1949 proof nickels, especially in high-grade condition. And when one shows up in near-flawless quality, especially those graded proof 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, you better believe the bidding gets fierce. These coins are not just collectibles anymore, they're high-value investments. Imagine opening a dusty coin album from your grandfather's attic and finding this gleaming 5-cent piece from 1949, still crisp, untouched, mirror-bright. That's not just a cool find, that could be the key to a small fortune. This coin is on every serious collector's radar because of its low mintage, pristine craftsmanship, and historic significance. And here's where it gets jaw-dropping. The 1949 Jefferson nickel from a proof set, in top-tier condition, has already sold at auctions for more than $35,000. And in the most elite grades, think deep cameo, perfect strike, zero imperfections, it has commanded prices as high as $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a 5-cent coin. So what should you be looking for? First, the 1949 proof nickel will not have a mint mark. It was struck in Philadelphia. It will have that distinct mirrored surface and possibly frosted details on Jefferson and Monticello. These are what collectors call deep cameo or ultra cameo finishes, and they're extremely desirable. The sharper the features, the higher the grade, and the more money it could bring. If you own a 1949 proof set, or even just a nickel, and it looks untouched, it could be worth a professional grading. Because a coin that might look like a regular nickel to most people might actually be your ticket to a payday worth tens of thousands. Collectors are constantly searching for valuable proof nickels, rare Jefferson nickels, and high-grade U.S. coins from the 1940s. This 1949 nickel has it all: scarcity, historical value, and insane market demand. It's been featured in price guides, auction listings, and dealer showcases across the country. Some investors are even snapping them up as long-term assets, knowing that prices for rare proof coins are only climbing. The coin world is full of surprises, and this one might be the biggest of all. A small, shiny piece of history, worth as much as a brand new luxury car. So the next time you go through an old proof set, or come across a strange-looking 1949 nickel with an almost glassy finish, don't ignore it. Protect it. Research it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll discover that your 5-cent piece is actually worth $35,000, or even as much as $55,000. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next valuable coin you could find in your own collection. Because in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest piece can hold the biggest surprise. Top 3. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary-looking coins in America, a 5-cent piece, could secretly be worth more than your annual salary? That's not a myth. That's not a fantasy. That's a fact in the world of rare coin collecting. And today, we're talking about one of the most underestimated treasures in U.S. numismatic history, the 1952 Jefferson nickel from a U.S. mint-proof set. Not your average coin. Not your everyday pocket change. This little beauty is the definition of hidden wealth. Let's break it down. In 1952, the U.S. Mint struck a small number of special proof coins in Philadelphia, not for everyday circulation, but for serious collectors. These weren't thrown into bags or dumped into machines. Each one was carefully struck with precision dies on polished planchets, giving them that iconic mirror-like finish that screams rarity and value. Now here's the kicker. Proof coins from the early 1950s, especially nickels, are some of the most overlooked but most valuable coins on the American market today. And while millions of regular nickels were minted in 1952, the number of proof versions? Just a tiny fraction. We're talking about low-mintage masterpieces, wrapped in government packaging, many of which have been lost, damaged, or simply forgotten over the decades. But the few that survived in pristine condition? They're turning heads. They're turning portfolios. And they're turning into serious money. Coin collectors, investors, and treasure hunters all over the United States are scrambling to find high-grade 1952 proof Jefferson nickels. These coins are being graded by PCGS and NGC at the highest levels. Proof 67, Proof 68, even the ultra-rare Proof 69, and the results at auction are mind-blowing. Why is this nickel so special? Because it combines rarity, condition, and historical value all in one perfect little package. It's one of the most searched for Jefferson nickels in the US today. And if yours shows a deep cameo finish, with sharp details and no visible marks, you're not holding a coin, you're holding a fortune. Collectors are obsessing over features like full steps on Monticello, frosted designs against mirror-like fields, and flawless preservation. If you've got a 1952 proof nickel that's been hiding in a box, a folder, or a forgotten proof set, it's time to take a serious look. This is not a drill. Coins like this have sold at major U.S. auctions for numbers that most people would never believe. And no, we're not talking about a few $100. We're talking about real, life-changing payouts. This 1952 Jefferson nickel from a proof set, in top-graded condition, has commanded massive bids, and has sold for as much as $35,000. And in elite grades, where only a handful exist in that pristine level, the value has reached a staggering $52,000. Yes. $52,000 for a nickel. It's the kind of coin that makes you look twice at every old proof set. The kind of find that flips a quiet coin collection into a massive payday. The kind of story every collector dreams about, discovering one small, gleaming coin that turns into a windfall. And it could be sitting in your drawer right now. So if you have a 1952 proof Jefferson nickel, look closely. Don't clean it. Don't touch it with bare hands. Get it looked at by professionals. Because if it's got that deep cameo look, if the fields shine like glass and the steps are razor sharp, you just might be holding a piece of American history that's worth far more than 5 cents. This is why so many collectors across the country are searching nonstop for rare proof nickels, valuable U.S. coins, and hidden treasures from mid-century proof sets. Because sometimes, all it takes is one overlooked coin to change your life forever. So hit that like button, subscribe for more real stories of coin value and collector gold, and turn on notifications. Because in this hobby, knowledge is money, and sometimes, that money comes in the form of a simple nickel that could be worth $52,000.